Hello everyone, my name is Aili Wang. Today I will be talking about Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Stanton was born in 1815 in Johnston, New York. She was one of the leaders of the women's rights movement in the U.S. History. She was an abolitionist and human rights activist who fought for women's equal rights and vote during middle to late 1800s. And Elizabeth Cady Stanton was born in a wealthy family from New York. Her father was one of the richest landowners and an attorney who served in the U.S. Congress and later became a justice in the New York Supreme Court. She received a better education than most women of her area. Elizabeth Cady Stanton met her husband Henry Bristol Stanton, a prominent abolitionist agent at her cousin's house in New York, and the couple got married in 1840. They had 7 children together, and she enjoyed motherhood and running a large household. She attended abolitionist gatherings while living in Boston and was influenced by a social reformer and abolitionist Frederick Douglass. While on honeymoon in England, she attended the World Anti-Slavery Convention, and that is where she met Lucretia Morton, who was a woman's rights advocate. This is when she realized her interest in women's rights. Stanton had studied many law books, and she was convinced that there was a need for legal challenge to overcome gender inequalities. In 1848, Stanton, together with Lucretia Mott, decided to organize women's rights convention in Seneca Falls. The purpose of this convention was women's suffrage and to discuss women's rights to vote. This convention led to other conventions such as Rochester Women's Rights Convention and later National Women's Rights Convention. In 1869, Stanton with Susan B. Anthony formed National Woman Suffrage Association with Stanton as president. Stanton and Anthony supported the 13th Amendment, which ended the slavery. They both opposed and challenged the 14th and 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which give the voting rights to black men, but not to women. Stanton and Anthony uh, established a newspaper called The Revolution, focused on women's rights and discrimination against women voting. Stanton wrote 3 volumes of history of women's suffrage with Anthony. In addition, she published the Woman's Bible, which addressed issues of sexism. She also wrote an autobiography called 80 Years and More about the great events and work of her life. Elizabeth Cady Stanton is considered one of the most well-known women's rights activities in U.S. history. She dedicated her life to fight for women's rights until she died in 1902. She never gained the right to vote in her life. Her fight resulted in passing of 19th Amendment in 1920, which guaranteed American women the right to vote. Her determination and courage will always be recognized as an important force in the 19th century women's rights movement. Thank you.